sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Visitor sideline, Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon. His guys a perfect 2-0 to start the year. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. And his guys also 2-0, so this is a good test for both teams here early in the season. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for James Conner. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The numbers there for Conner in last week's game. 17 carries, 90 yards.
So, partner, 2 games worth, he's leading the league in rushing, so he's now trending. Is that what they talk about nowadays? You talk about trending? That's what he's doing. He'd like to continue it here in this game.
And his pass incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To throw is Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And I think if you're handing out hardware through 2 weeks of the season, he might be your MVP. Already 7 touchdown passes in just 2 games. As we do know, though, in real life, they don't hand you out anything this early. A lot of games left to get through between now and the playoffs.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's Purdy. His first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. On 1st and 10 is Conner. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, this defense for the Niners, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And the Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Murray now. And this will be swung out here for Conner. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Nick Bosa. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is incomplete. Boy,
lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Nick Bosa, what a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
For the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So the flag is for roughing the kicker, a big 15-yard penalty.
And I'm not sure that was the time to go all out after the kicker. Plenty of time left in this game.
Murray again, this is counter. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Throwing now is Murray. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Here's Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal. And his kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
What's up? What's up?
Purdy looking to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. They'll toss this out right for Connor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, Those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter.
At the Niners' 23-yard line.
Murray now to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
It's third down. Third and long.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. Short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Will Johnson there on the coverage.
Now Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
That's caught downfield by Kittle. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be incomplete. The Niners at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Purdy sets up to throw again. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Throwing here, Purdy. He's going to go up top for the end zone. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Robinson will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1 yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Moody good with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Shotgun now for Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Murray. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Nick Bosa. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Murray going to throw. Screen pass to Connor. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Murray. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They take the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Powers through. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Holding, receiving team.
And that'll go to cancel out a very nice return on the punt.
And that one was a hold. And I don't know what the percentages are between holding calls and illegal blocks in the back, but both of them go a long way towards wiping out nice returns.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now it's 2nd and 10. Purdy now to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
It certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Murray now going to do it himself. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So a tight one so far. 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott.
Our look around the NFL starts now. Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. The Jaguars at home for a divisional matchup against Houston in the AFC South. And it's the former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence, He had it working every which way. This, a rushing touchdown. He also had 3 passing touchdowns. The Jags are off to a 3-0 start as they get the victory. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And this is the Colts quarterback hooking up with his man for the touchdown here. One of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. The Colts are back in the win column. They move to 2-1 with a Week 3 victory. Got one more to show you right now. Let's go to Foxborough. It's the Patriots hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the running back for the visitors. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. The Steelers come out on top, 21-13 the final score. With that, a look at the rest of the scores here in a busy week number 3. In the game you're watching, not much to separate these two sides through 2 quarters, a 1-point game at the half, as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Purdy. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's spot it right in midfield at the 50.
A gain of 6. And the 49er first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Purdy. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Purdy. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
4th down try. Here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On play action, it's Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down. 3rd and 4.
To throw is Murray. They'll try and do that. Murray fighting, lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it, changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at the 20. And he'll drop here to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Purdy. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. Brandon Ayuk, what he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Purdy. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Look at the big man rumble. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. The Cardinals offense staying put. Obviously, watch out for Kyler's legs. They'll go for 2 here. Connor going to try and run it. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's over.
His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And Jones has it over the middle. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Murray now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Niners will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be brought down in what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Purdy. Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now Purdy. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Murray. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
1st down. A gain of 12. And a Cardinal 1st down.
Murray giving to Connor on the option. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go to...
Well, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Niners take
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
14.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. And that is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up.
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Throwing, Jones. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. That man again, it's complete. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the 49ers will add to their fourth quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point try now for Moody. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there, just 4 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Now Murray's got to have this one. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
First and goal at the 3.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Mac Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Niners are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the 1st down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
Now Moody for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now it's a scoop. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a good return is going to stop just shy of the 30-yard line. The football going back over to Arizona now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here, and we'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the set. Throw left side complete. That's Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And that one too wide and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Screen pass to Connor. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the gun, here's Bissell. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Niners, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.